my baby, my Valentine, yeah. Boy, now you done making my temperature dead rise. If you leave me, I go die, I swear. You are like the oxygen I need.
Hi guys, my name is Nonema Tigela. Welcome to the Noni M podcast. It's midnight, Kesan. It's midnight when I'm doing this video. Guys, do you remember when Umnisi, it was it late last year? Yes, it was sometime last year. I think it was in December or November. Perhaps it was November. Yes, somewhere there. When he was arguing about the indictment that does not have Kelly Khumalo as the kingpin, and instead it has Kelly Khumalo as the witness or a victim, something like that. Do you guys remember that day? And the judge was like, Kelly Khumalo is not charged here, so I can't respond when it comes to that. Now I'm responsible or responding to anything that has to do with the people that are charged, that are in front of me. Do you guys remember that? I'm going to put that clip here, and then I want you to listen to Umnisi's point of argument and why he was arguing what he was arguing. Because to my understanding, when I go back to that, it sounds as if whoever is the one that is writing the indictment or drafting the indictment, they draft the indictment after getting a docket from the investigating officer. So if the lead investigator comes and gives a docket that says there were intruders in that house, they came and they did this and this and this and this, but he leaves out the part where he says, and the person that is a suspect is Kelly Khumalo, who could have sent these intruders, then the argument of Nisi stands in my view, because now why would you come to court now and give evidence that says Kelly Khumalo is the mastermind, yet on the documents or your suggestion or the information that you gave the NPA, yes, the NPA is that for them to write down the indictment, to draft the indictment, you told them that they were intruders, and these are the people that you have found that are intruders. So, but you never said anything about the mastermind. Yet now when you are inside the courtroom, you know who the mastermind is. That is somehow misleading. So Ukininda misled the people that were writing those indictments. Chances are he misled them, because now the information is not how they could have gotten it, because if they knew that Kelly Khumalo is the mastermind, her name would have been there in the indictment that they wrote. The reason it's not there, it's because chances are they were not aware. I'm not sure if I'm making sense to anyone, but I want you guys to see how Gininda operates and how Gininda gets away with propaganda, how Gininda propaganda everything that he touches, because it looks like every other statement that has anything to do with him, there is something that is familiar, if you get my point. I understand where Nisi is coming from, and I understand his point of argument, because now you can't have Kelly Khumalo as the mastermind inside the courtroom, keep on saying that Kelly Khumalo is the mastermind, yet the indictment is listing Kelly Khumalo as the witness or the victim. It doesn't make sense. Which one is which? Explain that and make it make sense. Anyway, what are your thoughts when it comes to that? Let's talk in the comment section. We are going back to court on Monday, and we need to know these things and remember these things and these incidents that have happened in that courtroom of Judge Rata, and his demeanor when it comes to everything, and how silent Gininda was, because Gininda does that. When he is found, when he sees that he is in deep ship, he keeps quiet and allows Baloy and the judge to be the one that rescues him. He is sitting because he sees that Umnisi. Do you understand? That is why sometimes I worry for Umnisi. Sorry, let's talk with comment section, and I want to hear your views. What are your thoughts when it comes to that? Thank you so much. I will see you on our next video. Bye-bye.
At the preparation of this indictment, was the state aware that Kelly Kumalo, such a very, without Kelly Kumalo, would not have been here basically. As per the testimony of Brigadier Kininda, we would not have been here because accused persons would not have had anyone to come. According to the allegations of Brigadier Kininda, these accused persons would not have had anyone to entice them to go and kill Senzo Meyiwa. But that is not contained in the summary of substantial fact. It doesn't matter, my lord, whether a person is charged or not charged, but the summary of substantial fact must contain the information that is contained in the case docket, so that when the accused persons are confronted with that allegation, they are able to respond accordingly. And that has not happened in this case, which is the reason why I am compelled to find out, because now they are expected in the middle of the trial to answer to something that has not been there at the inception of the trial. There's nothing wrong in me finding out whether or not at the time at which the decision was made, the state was already aware that Kelly Kumalo was a kingpin.
But you're arguing something different.
No. Okay, my lord. Let me hear. When the court says it's different, in what way, my lord?
No, let's play your question first, because you're into the merits, etc.
No, I'm responding to the state, my lord.
What were you responding about the irrelevance of this witness being cross-examined on the content of the... It's not relevant for this witness because it is the Director of Public Prosecutions who drafts the indictment, including even that panoply of facts.
Yes.
And that you also say that even that also doesn't bind the state.
Yes.
I thought that was what we were talking about.
Yes.
Now we're talking about Kelly Kumalo.
No, my lord. The Director of Public Prosecution, yes, does draft an indictment, but he's drafting an indictment based on what facts?
No, fine.
Who brings the facts to them?
Mr.
Yes.
You can argue those facts. But if you read that act,
Yes.
it says in the
section.
It
Yes.
says in the opinion of the Director of Public Prosecution,
Yes.
not this witness.
That is correct, my lord. But now, if it is in the opinion of the Director of Public Prosecution and the witness includes something which in the opinion of the Director of Public Prosecution has not been included here, must we then fold our arms and say no? Because the Director of Public Prosecution has decided not to include this, we should also not take this witness on that evidence.
Then you should have requested further particulars.
My lord, we did
No,
not...
no, that's the procedure.
Yes.
Am I correct, sir?
Yes.
Otherwise we'll be here the whole day.
When
When you are hit with, your client is served with an indictment,
Yes.
you've got a right to request further particulars and further and better particulars. Did you do that, sir?
Let me respond, my lord.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, fine.
There is no way where in the indictment it is mentioned that Kelly Kumalo is a kingpin. Had that been mentioned from the onset, we'll definitely have requested further particulars. There is nowhere in the indictment where it is mentioned that Kelly Kumalo is a suspect. Instead, in the indictment, it is specifically mentioned that Kelly Kumalo is a witness. How could we then have been enabled to request further particulars when we did not know that Kelly Kumalo, in the mind of the investigating officer, Kelly Kumalo is a kingpin?
But Kelly Kumalo,
Yes.
Kelly Kumalo is not charged in this court. I don't see her.
Yes, she is not charged, my
Yeah,
lord. But
so
the fact
why should I respond to that? I only respond to persons who are charged.
that is correct.
Whereas litis contestatu
Yes.
between the accused and the state.
Yes,
Kelly
ma'am.
Kumalo, I don't know.
Yes, my lord. Her not having been charged, my lord.
Yeah, you can argue that.
It's not
Okay,
a.
ask that very question to this witness. Every question you want to ask him, ask him.
My lord.
Yes. May I request a short adjournment, my lord? It's already tea time. I think it's already 11:15. May I request a short adjournment? In any event, I also need to respond to the call of nature as well, my lord. I come and pursue this point when I come back. Thank you, my lord.
Yes,
My
sir.
lord, my lord, before we adjourn, with your respect, my lord, for the sake of...
Nature, no, it's killing me.
Okay, 15 minutes.
survive.